Hello YouTube, this is Diesel Pro 77 and I'm just going to basically do an overview of my Glock. This is my Glock 19 Gen 3. It comes with it, you get the fancy box, everything with that. Alright, let me get this open here. Alright. Now I've done two things to my Glock, nothing too big. I'll go ahead and do a safety check just for you people that get a little paranoid when you watch videos. As you can see, there's nothing in there, nothing in the magazine. Okay. When you buy your Glock, depending if you buy the Gen 3 or the Gen 4, you get either 2 or 3 clips. If you buy the Gen 3, you get 2 clips. As you can see, I've got one loaded for my home defense and personal carry. And then I've got, of course, my other one empty. So, like I said, you get 2 round magazines when you buy your Glock. The Gen 3, I bought it for $4.89 with tax. Came out to about $5.30. The Gen 4 was at $5.50 plus tax, which almost is about $600. So, for $70 more, I didn't see much of a difference in why to spend that. I know with the Gen 4, they upgraded the spring. They put a totally different spring system in it. Supposedly it was supposed to be better for recoil, things of that nature. I myself didn't see the whole point. I actually didn't like the way the Gen 4 felt in my hands. The grips just a little too pointy, too stabby in my hand. And I've got pretty rough hands, but still just didn't like it. So like I said, I went ahead and went with the Gen 3. This is it right here. I've only done 2 things to my Gen 3 so far. One thing being is the grips. I've only put 100 rounds through it, and I went to the gun range actually the day that I bought it. And I personally, for my personal choice, I prefer to shoot the same kind of ammo that I'm always going to shoot as far as like range. So when I go to the range, I buy the Winchester NATO 124 grain. It's the white box. I'd show you, but I'm actually out. I only have my personal defense box of ammo. So as you can see, the first thing I did, after shooting the first time, I noticed my hands were getting a little too clammy when shooting, so I decided to get some grips. Now, there's different types and styles of grips you can get. You can get the rubber, you can get the kind of like the skateboard deck feeling. I went ahead and went with that. I went with the Falcon grips from the glockstore.com. I actually really like them. They're not too grippy, not too, rough on your hands. It's actually just right to me, actually. They come in 4 different colors. I believe it's mild, medium, spicy, and then they have it for girls in pink. I went ahead and went with the mild. It's just about the same. It's like a black texture color. It's not too off black or a matte black or too dark of a black. So, like I said, I went with the mild. And I love the way it feels in my hand. Actually, my hand just, barely grabbing it with the grips. It feels like I have a lot more, feel and, handle control over my gun, to where I feel like, I haven't shot it actually since I put the grips on, but I feel like I'd probably be a little bit better with one-handed shooting versus, 2 hands if I want to, just because of the difference of how it feels. Another thing that I've done is I went and did some engraving. Personally did it myself. I engraved the logos, as you can see, where it says Glock right here. I've engraved that white. The 19, the Austria, and the 9x19. It's a very simple, very easy process. I've also, don't want to point the gun at the camera, let's flip it around, the little Glock logo on the back. Now, I wasn't going to do the serial numbers. I figured, why would I want my serial numbers to stand out? It's kind of not smart to me. This is my personal opinion. But as far as the engraving goes, there's different ways you can do it. There's a lot of different videos actually that tell you how to do it. And I went ahead and did it with the nail polish, fingernail polish, white fingernail polish. It was very simple, very cheap, cost me less than $4 at Dollar General. You don't need to go out and buy the most expensive kind of stuff that you need. You only need alcohol. You want nail polish remover, but you want the one that I can't remember the name, and I'm not going to go run and grab the bottle, but there's a certain one you want. You don't want something that's got some kind of acid or something in it, because it can eat away the metal or the coloring, the texture of your gun. So I went ahead and got that done. Took less than about 35 minutes, and I mean, it's not going to make my shooting any better, but I just think it makes my gun look a little bit more cool. But other than that, that's pretty much all I've done so far. And I'm going to do some more modification actually this coming next week. I will be putting on the Viridian C5L tactical light with the green laser. You know, a lot of people have different speculations on lasers and flashlights on guns, and I think it'd be cool. It has a lot of different features. It'll be good for home defense and just for messing around if you're out night shooting with your on one of my buddy's property or whatever, out hunting. The laser would be pretty cool to have, I think. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm also going to be getting my barrel polished. It's going to cost about $35. I know a lot of people get the Lone Wolf barrel, but or the Storm Lake, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the polishing. It's $35. See how it works. If I think it ruins my accuracy or does anything different, I'll just buy a new barrel, or I'll order a new one from Glock if I feel like I messed up the original. And then I'll be doing the front night sights as well. I'm going to be putting on the neon green. It's like a little tube that goes right here in the front. It's made by Hiviz. It's really cool. I like it. It's really bright at night. They actually come in red or neon green. I'm probably going to get the green just because I'm going to get the green laser. As far as the back sights go, I'm going to change it. I like the little white, half square in the back. So I probably won't change that at all. I'll probably just leave it the way it is. But yeah, I mean, about as far as that goes, like I said, this is my first gun, and I love it. I mean, it shoots just the way I want to. It's very easy to conceal. If I was to carry it inside my car, it's very easy to put right underneath this, right beside the seat in the center console, or if I'm carrying, to tuck in my IWB holster. It's very non-noticeable, no imprinting. It's very comfortable. It's not something you feel pushing in at you when you sit down and get up. It actually feels pretty comfortable. As far as that goes, that's pretty much about it. As far as my review, in my opinion, if anyone's looking for a first timer for a gun, go with a Glock. There's nothing wrong with a Glock. I know it doesn't have a safety, but if you're smart and you're a safe person, you know how to handle a firearm, I think you'll be just fine. I think the people who shoot themselves in the foot or they accidentally shoot it off is just irresponsible. You never should have your finger on the trigger unless you're aiming to shoot. That's shooting 101. Anyone who doesn't know that shouldn't own a gun. But as far as that goes, that's pretty much about it. It's a pretty sweet gun. I love it. Couldn't have asked for a better choice. I mean, of course, I would have wanted an HK, but who's going to go spend $800-900 on a pistol? Like I said, it's my first time, so I just wanted to make it not so cheap, but yet good at the same time and good for my money. And I feel like I got it. There'll be more videos to come along as the modifications I do. Next week, I'll add like I said, the Viridian flashlight tactical sight with the laser and the sight in the barrel. So I will do a video overview of that when I'm finished. As far as that goes, I'll do a little quick overview real quick before I go on the ammo that I choose, and that is the Federal Premium Hydroshock 147 grain JHP for personal defense. It's a very nasty looking little bullet. I wouldn't like to get shot by it no matter what caliber. Let's go ahead and do a quick little thing. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a prong in there. I don't know if my light on my iPhone's messing that up. It's the only camera I got. But it's got a little prong that goes in before the actual bullet goes in, or as far as before the umbrella spreads, and I think that's pretty crucial. But other than that, that's pretty much about it. Thank you, YouTube users, for tuning in. This is Diesel Pro 77. Stay tuned for my next videos as far as my upgrades. Thank you.